Well, hello there you guys, and welcome to another episode of Draw with Mikey. Obviously the series where I basically draw whatever I bloody well want to into the sketchbook. It's a really chilled out, sweary, spoiler alerty kind of thing. And you guys obviously kind of just let me know what you're up to, really. I get to read through all of your comments, which is great, especially now that the channel's growing ever so slightly. It's a bit tougher to read through every single comment I've gotten here, so this is a great kind of touching bases opportunity. Anyway, so what's going on? Well, we had a time-lapse compilation last time, so I'm going to have a quick check of what you guys have got to say off the back of that, and of course read through the comments on the episode before. But before we dive in, a couple things probably just worth saying. Firstly, I've made myself ill again, man. I don't know what the fucking hell I'm doing. So like I don't even know what it is, but it's bunged up and it's aches and all sorts of things. So I'm not feeling at my damn finest, so I do apologise if I just swear more than usual. But of course it's otherwise a pleasure to crack on. And something I mentioned a couple episodes ago, you'll notice this time round I've done a drawing in my sketchbook, whatever I wanted to do. Actually, well, it's Widowmaker at the moment, but we'll get into that in a moment. And then separately I'm recording the audio so that I can focus really quickly on all of your comments, not make the episode crazy long, instead of not quite drawing, not quite talking. So we're going to see how this new format goes, and if you like it or you don't, get in the comments and let me know, obviously. So, Speed Drawing said amazing work to the compilation last time, thank you very much. And Superman Prime HD mentioned, hey Mikey, hey Superman Prime HD, how's it going? Well, I'm ill, mate, I've just told you. Why are you rubbing it in? Anyways, I might be a little bit behind on answering, but my favourite weapon is Cloud's Dissidia Ultima weapon. Oh, okay. And as for artistic motivation, because I asked a while ago, what's your favourite weapon in sort of RPGs and video games in general? But you'd like to surf the net for images and poses till something clicks to kind of get you back in the mood for drawing. That is very, very cool. And if you could live in a fantasy world and gain a fictional character's abilities and attributes by wearing their armours and costumes, whom would you pick? You would obviously be Superman, good for you. Oh, that's a good question. If you could live in any fantasy world or any existing anime or manga or anything like that, but have the powers of a particular character, whose would you choose? I mean, I guess Uchiha Sasuke's got an incredible range of powers, but he's just such a miserable guy, you know what I mean? He's had to go through a lot of shit to get through it. I mean, it would be nice to be like, oh, you know what, to be fair, it's not even a fantasy. But those guys who can do all the eating challenges and have incredible stomachs, but ones who somehow aren't massive at the same time. I'd love that, the ability to just chow down so much food without throwing up. Oh, I love a good meal. And also do Mazané from Switchblade for the SAS. Noted, sir, noted. Minecraft Nazi. Oh, good, because I'm always thinking there's not enough Minecraft and there's not enough Nazis in life. Minecraft Nazi says, hi Mikey, live your vids. Good, I'm a little new to the series, welcome on board. But have you seen Boku no Hero Academia or the 7 Deadly Sins? Now Minecraft Nazi. That's such a fucking weird name. Yeah, 7 Deadly Sins, Nanatsu no Taizai. I know that manga. I've read it up to, I think, the arc before all the demons are unsealed in like a valley or something like that. So yeah, I quite liked it. I didn't think it was the most amazing one in the world. Definitely didn't think it was the worst. It had its nice kind of rhythm from time to time. But haven't had a look at Hero Academia, so I will have a check as well. Ducknam, old schooler, welcome back. What's up, Mikey? How you doing? Long time no see. Just finished your 2nd semester of college. Okay. Awesome, dude. Well done. Making progress. I think I call it Skybound. Oh, on your manga. Yeah, awesome. Keep it up. Here's something I recently made. It's not a loud YouTube video link. So I'm just having a little clickety-click on a Twitter link I think you've sent, which is going to load up in its own time because my internet is just so fucking awful. In fact, no, I'll have to have a look later, mate, because I'm just disconnecting from the internet all the time. That's just what happens in my house. That's life. Curtis Harden says, hey Mikey, posted more of my art on Facebook, gotten much better. I will read it in about 5 months when I get through to the messages. And Youngster says, if I get these pens for art, can I say I'll be more like Mike and then magically my art on Instagram just turns into it? Maybe, sir, maybe. We'll check your art out. Wyatt Apooch says, just watching your videos makes me want to draw and get better. Thanks, dude. Oh, no worries, Wyatt. I know you get this all the time, but your art is awesome. Oh, cheers, dude. Just another fucking student on the journey, obviously. And Kype asks, what pen you using, bruv? What pen am I using? Let's grab one out the pencil case. The pen that I'm always using... Oh, God, where have I put all these things? As you can tell, by the way, this is like the most unprepared series that I do on this channel, where I just kind of sit here and start recording. Oh, it is, here we go, a Uniball medium black rollable gel pen type thing. It come in a pack, maybe they're Anywhere between £1 to £1.50 or £2. But yeah, just grab whatever works for you. Don't wait for perfect equipment or just you think you've got to get the same pen that somebody else is using. Just draw with what works, man, and get the art out there. Ada Horror says, awesome compilation. Thanks, Ada. Awesome Scarefests. And Doug Wilson too says, could you draw any of the Mass Effect girls? Yes, I could, sir. I'll add that to the SAS. Far Cry 3 is a good game worth recommended as well. Okay, might have to add that in. So many PS3 titles to make our way through, and God, I'm going to have to get PS4 soon because of Final Fantasy 15 as well. So little time. Unbelievable. Lord Darkness says, Mikey, I think you know the game League of Legends, so I want you to draw Jinx in a Medusa version, please. Now, I don't actually know. I've heard of League of Legends. I know it's like one of those click, attack, kind of nested fighting combat games. It's really hard to describe, but I hear it's really popular. So yeah, I'll have a look. Another for the SAS link. Yanis972 says, where do you learn to draw? Sorry, I'm French. Like I've said, Yanis, you don't need to apologise for being French. It happens to like millions of people. It's okay. And George Buchikudi? Oh man, I'm butchering your names. Warning everybody, I'm so poorly right now. I'm just so unwell. George Buchikudi says, like, no, I don't see artworks. I genuinely don't even understand what you're trying to say there. The Great Unknown says, hey Mikey, hello Great. I've been wanting to ask you the longest, since when you draw in every angle and so, do you know how to animate frame by frame? If it came down to it, I'd appreciate it if you got back to me. I think I kind of get what you're on about when you've got to do really tough transitional movement shots from one keyframe to another when you're animating. That is tough, and no, I can't do that because I've never really had a proper go at animation. I've had one go at a very short 1 minute animation I made, somewhere it's on this channel, and it involved somebody punting a football into a woman to give her an abortion. So a little bit edgy, but it was all in the name of good old World Cup football fun, in fact, back then. It's Euros now. Yes, come on, UK. Yeah, UK team, not England. The UK team in general. They're the good ones for kicking of the ball. Right, Luke says, Mikey's back with the edgy music. Thought it sounded cool, though. Very cool indeed. Cheers. And Joel really likes Engulfing Shadows. So, this is just in reference to, like, when I do 10 episodes of this now, I kind of just make a compilation episode of all the time-lapse bits, squeeze it all together, because it just gives me, like, a week off, basically. And the first time I did it, I just picked any music that I really liked in the moment, and you guys fucking hated it, which is fine by me, I really don't mind. So this time I've tried to pick some slightly more middle-of-the-road music, still a little bit darker than usual, but appear to have just responded to that a bit better. Celavi. Miguel Blas says, have you ever wanted to animate? Yes! Yes, I have. I've got like 3 different fantasies in my head of different animations that I would love to make, but it's all about getting round to it. I would have to take a month off, and like, doing animation is so tough. Mikey, you can get a girlfriend so you could draw her. Or if you're gay. So, yes, I could animate a girlfriend or boyfriend for myself, you're right, but that would not be okay. I'm going to stick to women in real life, but thanks for the suggestion. It's really weird, but real life women, they're like way more satisfying. They're tops better. And Mastermind corrects the just grammar Nazi'd him basically and corrected your good. Do Hunter x Hunter slash page. Slash page? I don't know. Wait, are you saying that Slash is a character from Hunter x Hunter? I mean, I love Hunter x Hunter, but I don't remember a Slash. Oh my god, get in the comments, let me know. Am I missing out there? Unless you're saying, like, do a Hunter x Hunter... Oh, do a Hunter x Hunter page in the SAS, or, like, do it for one of the sketchbook pages here. Oh, I get it. Finally coming back round. I'm back in the room, everybody. So yeah, the page that I'm doing at the moment, or at least the image that I drew before I was poorly, this is why I'm splitting the talking and the drawing these days, guys, just so I can fit it in, makes it kind of easier to get out in time, is I'm practicing some Widowmaker, or just getting used to Widowmaker forms for an upcoming SAS, seeing as Tracer was so weirdly popular on the channel as well. And Black Spirit says, would you ever consider doing a video on inking your work? And Luke says he already has. Indeed I have. Thanks for linking him in. Absolute Person says, please Mikey Senpai teach us how to draw a beard. And Sharanjit Singh likes that as well. Okay, one for the suggestion list. Cheers, guys. Pimpman fan, wonderful artwork. You're very skilled. Thank you very much, Pimpman. And Daniel Oliveira says, perfecto. Cheers, dude. Epic Artist, can you draw Widowmaker from Overwatch? Gets 3 likes and Dementa Equilibrium agrees on it. Okay, that's weird. So yeah, obviously that's the visual theme that you're seeing. I'm not really talking much about it now. I don't even know how far into it I am compared to me talking right now. But I've probably sketched out a couple examples. I've tried to work on her face in front and profile as well. So yeah, probably going to do a Widowmaker for the next SAS. So, you know, just getting the research in, getting in the skills. But we've got another tutorial to come first. Some more important bits to get out of the way. Philippak McGee, hello there. I wish one day to be good enough at drawing as women as interlocking their women interlocking their tits. Yep, that is an incredible skill to get, probably from the Yuri development stuff I did. Devon Coulson says, I like it. Well, thank you very much, Devon. Could you please draw Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul as a girl, says Deschamps Fortune. Why not both? I like the suggestion. And Axel Cortez says, ¿Qué tipo de lápiz es ese? And 000 Paco says, es un estilo gráfico tal vez del 0.3 or 0.5. And then Visor just throws in, oh, you've linked to the Uniball pen. Oh. Oh, fuck, I'm so sad. I just got genuinely excited that there was a link to a piece of stationery. Oh my god, you linked the pen. Yeah, that's the pen I use. Oh, you got it. You're spot on. Yeah, check out the fucking... Oh, God. I was way more excited than I thought I was going to be about that. Yeah, you've got the correct pen, dude. Well done. Brian Perry, smiley face. And Tomato Ghost says, draw Iori Rinko. And Anime Monocle says, first, because you commented first. Well done, kind sir, for being so eager and early. So, these are just some of the comments that you put through in the 11 to 20... time-lapse compilation video. Very, very cool. Thanks for getting involved. But the actual topic that we had was how do you get back in the mood to draw? And that was in episode 20 of the Draw with Mikey series. So, Minecraft Nazi, welcome back again. How did you learn Japanese? I'm trying to learn, but I'm struggling. Well, just really want to, basically. It's never easy, but lots of anime and films in Japanese with subtitles. Don't listen to dubbed anything anymore. Or we've been over that topic. Don't make me angry. And I got like some beginners books with like, well, back then they came with cassettes, so nowadays you can do it with CDs. And then eventually I started actually taking Japanese classes because you've really got to get your speaking to other people down. Learning in books is actually really good for Japanese as well. The reading and writing side is incredible. And you really should learn the hiragana and the katakana as soon as possible. Just force yourself to learn it and it will make your life so much easier very quickly. And then Minecraft Nazi Feather asks, I love your art, so have you seen My Hero Academia? Oh, you asked me this question last time, and we've already answered. And then further questions from Sharonjeet Singh about the pens, answered that as well, very useful. Dupes to us all. I know I'm late, but I'd want to live in a world of Pokemon, and then I won't have to die in a fighting anime. Yeah, you let the Pokemon die for you, first fucking... Literally, it's just cruelty to animals, isn't it? How do I get back in the mood to draw? I go online and look at people who draw better than me, then I get all competitive and force myself to keep going. Good on you, man. Subtitled anime all day, correct. And your favourite anime weapon would be Tri-Edge's Blade from .hackgu. Can I get any of this to work? I'm just going to blow my nose. Far, far away, everybody. I do apologise. Oh, so poorly. If I was a professional, coming back near the microphone now, if I was a professional, I would have edited that out. But this is not a professional series, as you guys know. Yeah, I'm going to have to look up that Tri-Edge's Blade thing. That sounds really cool. Elliot Johansson. I drink tea now, so are we cool? Yes, you are forgiven. If you now drink tea, you're okay. Anyway, I go for a walk or something, or I just don't draw for a while to get you back in the mood. Yeah. Completely coming away from your paper and pad and doing something completely unrelated is a great way to kind of just, yeah, get back into the rhythm of it when you next have the energy. Art Pit. Playing with myself. I mean video games. Put me back in the mood to draw. Ignore the play of myself thing. I don't do that. Ah, please don't tell my mum. Oh, Art Pit. We all like to play video games sometimes. But it never hurts to go out and meet some women as well. Panda God says, I dare you to draw fun patterns. And then you've linked to some pattern, texture, and technique exercises. But my internet is such a fucking asshole. Can I even... No. Just keep getting Tiscali's self-help index page. Basically... It's the shittest thing. But I'm going to check that out later, Panda God, because I do like mandala tattoos, or good ones at least. I've seen some fucking awful ones as well. So swings and roundabouts. So yeah, maybe we'll have a look. I do like patterns and textures in general. It's a good thing to like when it comes to your artwork. Dark Shorus says, have you seen a Ghost in the Shell standalone complex FPS coming out on Steam? It's in the beta stage and you can get early access on Steam. Now, I love Ghost in the Shell. And I think the standalone complexes were really, really good. And Rise, the later series, not really focused on it. Didn't seem that amazing, to be perfectly honest. But I have seen this FPS, and it looks like they've just gotten a general FPS and put a Ghost in the Shell skin on it. It really doesn't look like it's dived into what makes Ghost in the Shell so fucking awesome. It's like the nature of metaphysics and beings and hive minds and like live hacking techniques. It really just looks like a standard gun game, to be honest, and I'm not actually that excited by it because of that. I'll tell you what I'm fucking excited by, and that's the next Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Now, if they just put a Ghost in the Shell skin on that, seeing as that covers loads of really incredible topics about modifications and cybernetics, that is a more valid Ghost in the Shell game, as far as I'm concerned, than this Ghost in the Shell FPS. But that's my little ill person rant over it. It might turn out to be a great game, you never know. I bloody hope it is. But to be fair, you know what? I probably won't bother playing it. I'll just play Deus Ex, because it's gonna probably be way better. Blackbirdie says, hey Mikey, hey Blackbirdie, thanks for all the tutorials, they help out a lot. You're welcome. It's a pleasure to do them, and I'm really glad you guys enjoy them. When you use Photoshop, do you use a mouse or a pad? I use a stylus pad, a Wacom bamboo tablet. It's tiny and it's old. But we've pretty much hit our target on Patreon, everybody. So I think like the payments go out at the end of the month. So we'll see if I've actually hit my $300 target, which, by the way, I bloody love you patrons. That's so fucking cool. I need to send out more kind of thank you and free artwork and the naughty stuff as well, just because it's so cool to hit this target. But basically it means I'm going to buy a proper touchscreen tablet now. Actually have a really nice big kind of new bit of technology to work with. So hopefully that's going to really allow me to up my art game. There's always part of my brain that thinks that getting a really cool touchscreen tablet will somehow magically make me an amazing artist, which it doesn't, but hopefully it will make expressing art a lot easier and a lot smoother. So you'll probably see a lot more digital work. You'll probably put up a lot more semi-rubbish digital practice videos as well in the future. Oh my god, I forgot that we almost smashed this Patreon target. That's so fucking cool. Bloody love you guys. That's awesome. Kira says, you're talking about ghost stories. Love my ass off. Oh yeah, so this is the Glass Reflections did this review, and oh my god, I'm almost falling asleep. I'm really slumped in this chair. You can't see, what do you care? Glass Reflections did this review about an anime where the dubbed version has nothing to do with the actual plot or story or writing in Japanese. Ghost Stories, yeah, it looks like an incredible watch simply because of that alone. Brandon Flores says, one day you're going to have so many comments you're going to have to make an SAS to get through all of them. Yeah, I know what you mean, absolutely. Like an actual live 8 hours or however long it takes me to make and draw and colour and render and upload purely to answer all of your comments in that 8-hour period. It is really cool that the channel is growing. What, we've got like 32 plus, maybe 33 now thousand subscribers. That is really fucking awesome. I love having you guys along for the journey. But you're right. It does mean even this series, A Draw with Mikey, I have to now kind of think up slightly new ways to do it just to keep up with all your comments. But that's the fucking point. As I've kind of already complained about, I don't have good internet, so I can't really get away with live streaming stuff on Twitch, which I'd love to do if I could, but it's not going to work. So this series is how I kind of get to kind of keep in touch with you guys. It's the closest thing to, like, you know, staying down with the crew, basically, because I get loads of comments and all the other stuff, especially the SAS, and it's I do my best still to read all of them, but sitting down and trying to reply to them all is tough. I do like massive whacks every week, but it is toughing up now. Forsten Vice says, Mikey, could you please draw Esdef Akame ga Kill? She is definitely on my to-do list. Don't you worry, sir. And Tejas Hadista VK says, I'd love to be in Pokemon or Sword Art Online, even though SAO is dangerous. I love the virtual world it's based on. Ah, what I won't give to be in Kirito's place. Or Ash's. Now, I've watched a little bit of Sword Art Online, the first few episodes, for when I did a SAS for it a while ago as well. And, yeah, that's fucked up. Like, people die in that, so that's not fucking cool. That is an incredibly dangerous place to live. Although the idea of putting honey on bread just seems delicious now. Oh, I really need some carbs. Winter Gensokyo says, if I don't feel like drawing, I do some programming. And if I don't feel like programming, I start drawing. Ah, real twofer. You've got one hobby, you're an AB person. Hobby A or hobby B, one or the other. If you've got programming skills, that probably means you're going to grow up doing something that might not be too exciting, but probably going to pay really, really well. So good on you, sir, for, you know, ending up with a really good retirement plan. My Devil Manga says, I'm a little late, but congrats on 30k subs, mate. Can't wait to see more. Thank you very much. That's awesome. It's not really a congrats to me. It's a great big thank you to all of you. You guys are the subscribers. That's so freaking cool. And to be fair, like, I know what it is. Like, clicking subscribe is as simple as, oh, I might want to catch up on another video. I'll just click the red subscribe button. Click. I appreciate that's all you've actually done, but I still fucking love you guys for it. You know, I mean, if like we were doing YouTube and then all my subscribers got together and they cured cancer, then that would be fucking incredible. I'd be like, wow, you subscribers are the best. You've literally cured cancer. But really what you're doing is clicking subscribe. But, you know, to me, it's still just as good. Well, not as good as curing cancer, but you kind of get what I'm getting at. I think you guys are awesome. KJ Land says, hey Mikey, hey KJ. Love the channel, thank you very much. I've been going through all your tutorials at leisurely pace. That's the way to do it. Don't rush it, relax. I personally get in the mood to draw by learning new things about drawing. Yeah, absolutely. New skills is awesome. And also I think you should add a singing with Mikey video series. Can't get enough of them time-lapse songs. Yeah, I can't help it. I'm a fucking geek. I love a little sing-song every now and then. Lastly, here's what I think to be my piece from your tutorials. Oh, and a link. God, will it be able to... It's an Imager link, and will it even... Oh, the website is loading. My connection is back. Oh, hello. It's... This is like 56k dial-up modem. I've just watched a picture scroll incredibly slowly from the top down to the bottom as it loaded. And the first thing I thought was, oh, it's Itachi. And then, oh, it's a gender swap Itachi. Well done. Excellent skills. Oh man, you've got a weird necklace he wears as well. Having a little chew on that. Well done, sir. I'm actually quite impressed. That's really good. Okay, and Dementa Equilibrium says, I personally prefer sub over dub with the exception of Dragon Ball Z, lols, and Great Vid Mikey. Everybody should prefer subtitles, but we're not going to bring back the hate. We've got to move on as a people and band together. Juan says, if you like fantasy anime, Shingeki no Bahamut is a must-watch. Never heard of it. I'll have to give that a little watch as well. And Phil Merck says, how do you draw those frogs? Any reference videos or pic? Oh yeah, the frogs in the... So like the intro to this series is obviously just a few stills from some pages in my sketchbook. And yeah, I drew those frogs just by looking at frogs, because I need to draw frogs in the manga that I'm kind of writing and stuff. Don't worry, it's not like a summon like Naruto thing. But frogs play a large, important part in my manga, which is really weird. But we'll come back to that in the future. Blow my nose break, everybody. Ugh. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, but my nostrils feel a little bit looser and emptier. Oh, God, it's so much better. Let's have a sip of tea. Oh, man, this is such an unprofessional series, but I bloody love it. And as ever, by the way, because I might as well just mention something you guys mentioned a long time ago, is why don't you have music to fill up the quiet patches during this series? And what I kind of got at before is this is like a kind of I'll do my drawing whilst you do your drawing sort of series, like, you know, getting on with your art homework or working on your own projects and stuff. And if you're anything like me, you like to have music playing when you draw to get you further into the spirit of it and get into the rhythm. So I don't want to make a video that's got music in the background, because then you can play your own music and then I can still sort of talk over it, maybe, something like that. That was a vague thinking about it. Excuse me. But hopefully that gives you an idea of why it's just, you know, pure delicious Mikey audio on top of everything. So Joel says, for the chummer who requested a grown-up Kabato, here's a work safe one by artist Takicha. Oh, another Imager link. Mikey could likely do better. Let's have a quick look. Oh, Kabato. Oh, I don't know if I could do better than that. That's a great piece of work by that individual. That's awesome. Favourite anime weapon? I always loved oversized transforming weapons, which is surprisingly abundant in anime and JRPGs. Yes, they are. I thought when I played Final Fantasy VII, it was the first time I'd ever seen a sword that big. I was like, wow, this game's pushing the boundaries. And then I saw like Soul Calibur, or Soul Edge as it was back then, and I thought, oh, I see, there's big swords everywhere in Japanese stuff. Wow. And Black Shock Router. Black Shock Router. That's not what it's called. Black Rock Shooter. Sorry there. So yeah, the massive weapons in that probably win as well. And some further examples. Well done, sir. Brandon Flores says, what do you prefer, anime or manga? Oh god, there's no competition for me, Brandon Flores. I've got to tell you, I prefer the manga. But I'm one of these people who's like, you know, prefers the books to the film sort of thing. Like, I love Game of Thrones, and watching the Game of Thrones TV series is a real mixed bag. I know I'm going to lose a lot of subscribers right now, but other than the most recent episode, which is fucking awesome, the 2 episodes of Game of Thrones before that were just so fucking weak. Characters do stuff that doesn't make sense anymore. you can tell the writers have completely come away from the books, and it just makes me sad because I fucking love the books. And in a similar vibe, like, and don't get me wrong, I love anime. Like, I find anime way more accessible than manga, and I will usually get into a manga because I've watched the anime first, and then the anime's finished, or I'm up to date, so then I've had to go onto the manga in order to continue to understand the story. Like with One Piece, I must have watched the first 90 episodes of One Piece, all as anime, and then went into the manga. To be fair, I reread it from scratch a while ago as well. But yeah, it's just that the manga is always gonna just have all these extra bits that the anime doesn't do, and then the worst thing in the world, and I've complained about this before, but I'll bloody complain about it again. Fucking hate this. Anime filler episodes, okay? Those things are cancer. I hate anime filler episodes so much. And worse, filler story arcs of anime as well. That is just the worst thing. So yeah, that's generally why I prefer the manga. Yeah, you kind of, I don't know, I get to read the manga at work when it's quiet, and you can't get away with watching anime at work. Not in my job, at least, anyway. So yeah, what about you, though? What do you guys prefer, anime or manga? Should we make that the question of this episode? Well, you'll probably know by now, because I've probably written it as the title. Do you prefer anime, or do you prefer the manga? Let me know, I'd love to hear about it. And Dough Cake says, hello Mikey. Hello Dough. Super chuffed you like my first question about drawing motivation. I did indeed, so here have another. With the characters you've designed, where is your most common starting point? Like personality, backstory, visuals, or powers? Excuse me. That is another great question, sir. When it comes to the characters that I design, yeah, they really go from one of two things. Either one, I found a picture, or drawn a picture, or created a weapon, or just drawn a particular stance or pose, a one-off of a character, that I like so much that I use the visuals there to completely start to build up their powers, their backstory, and what's going on. Or the other way that I do it, and by the way, that tends to be a lot of the sort of tertiary or secondary characters that I might design in mangas and stuff. So like, if I see a really cool picture of something, I'll be like, oh, I want to draw something like that. And this guy will do this and this, and his story will be because of that, and that happened because of that. It grows from the picture. But when it comes to the main characters that are integral to the plot and the story arcs of what I do, then it's all about them as a character, their backstory, their personality helps define their decisions, so that's really important. And then I will get the visuals to work up with it, and sometimes their powers will be the last thing that I design. Like in the manga that I've got going on in a moment, which, you know, I will never get round to completing. It'll be a billion years before I finally start putting it on YouTube. But the main character to that started off with the character, a personality, and the decisions that he has to make. And then his actual powers, like then visually I slowly got him down. Still not perfect yet. And then his powers were pretty much one of the last things. And his powers are integral to the plot of a manga as well. But it all started with the person and the character, because I don't know, I think it just happens maybe because I've gotten older, but now I really prefer really good character-driven stories than I do compared to big magical power-driven stories and stuff like that. I think they're both really cool, but I need to be on the edge of my seat in terms of mystery or thriller or suspense or tension, just as much as turning the next page because there's a really cool explosion or this lightning attack has been combined with a fire attack and stuff like that. So it swings and roundabouts. So yeah, if they're not too integral to the plot, start with a visual, work back, otherwise the other way. What about you, Dough Cakes? Dough, what about you? Let me know. Timothy Messer says, if you're looking for a safe anime that you could live in with good tea, yeah, I like, one of the questions we've had before is if you could live in any anime or manga, what would it be? And because so many of them are violent and dangerous, it turned out that a lot of that would just be a death sentence. Maybe cute girls with, oh, K-On! HTT, bitch, LMAO. Okay, so good English dub in K-On! Cute girls. They drink lots of tea? Oh, I'm interested already. Although if it's like some harem thing, I'm going to be, or harem, or harem, I'm going to be very disappointed. But I think I've heard of K-On! I can't put my finger on it, but I'm sure I've heard of it. Is it where they all play musical instruments? Timothy Messer says, oh, and keep that pack of guitar picks handy. Oh, okay, so it is because they all play musical instruments, and God, I need to read more comments before I talk out loud. Luke says, watching YouTube artists usually makes me want to draw again. Good, gets you back in the mood. And there's one called Mikey Mega, you should check. Oh, wait. Yeah, good comment, sir. Cassie D says, how important do you think posture is when drawing? I kind of just lay back in my chair with my feet in it and draw with a sketch pad on my knees. And Black Birdie says, I'm not Mikey, but I think it doesn't really matter if it's Postovich you're comfortable with. Yeah, one or the other. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it's one of two things. When it comes to drawing or getting your ideas naturally out, oh, excuse me, I'm so disgusting, or doing whatever you want to do, yeah, whatever you're comfortable with, draw away, sketch on a pad. Personally, though, when it comes to something that's technically a bit more difficult, or there's some details where I really need to stop and think and not be loose and get something down, I actually prefer to sit right up in my chair, right over the artwork, and work really slowly and technically again. But I come from a bit of a technical background, I guess. So, yeah, really random character design. Sure, you can kind of sketch away, but for me, I need to kind of be set at a table, knowing that I'm doing some drawing. Ugh! Okay, if you guys are lucky, I've just cut out a whole load of blowing my nose there. But yeah, nonetheless, that's a really good question, actually. Do you guys relax and chill out more when you're getting your drawing done? Do you just kind of lay back, or what? Because personally, I'm so used to working on a desk, now that I record loads of my art, and sort of facing down onto it, that sitting up in bed and just sketching some ideas down, I'm not actually that productive at it as I used to be. If it's really loose ideas or writing up plot points or just writing up a special power or how it works, yeah, whatever, just sketch down the idea. But when it comes to actual finished artwork, I need to be sitting up at the table. Old school it, like primary school. Angel Smith says, how do you describe your art style? I would say it's obviously heavily manga anime influenced. Ecchi without being hentai. That's probably what I'm going for. I don't mind drawing stuff that's a little bit risky, like showing off a bit of curve, but I'm not actually a hentai artist, and I don't particularly encourage hentai, even though I know most of my fans have probably seen a lot of it that follow this channel. It's not actually for me. So yeah, I just like to keep it visually interesting. And Bikina Petrikova says, when I don't feel like drawing, I just take my time, make a cup of tea, and play my favourite song. Good on you. That's a good way to do it. Mr. Spider 236. Hey Mikey, to answer your question, the thing that gets me in the mood for wanting to draw is music or inspiration from life. Yeah, music's really, really awesome for kind of getting you back in the vibe, I think, as well. Constio says, nice video, dude. Really enjoyed it. Cheers. Thank you very much. And Kaon is kinda an anime about drinking tea. Oh my god, you guys are getting really meta. I feel like I'm asking questions and you guys are answering them. Brilliant. Now I'm really up for Kaon. It involves music and drinking tea. This, I will actually have to download a couple episodes now. I'll do it legally, I promise. No, I won't. Vincent Roncalli says, dubbed just seems better to me because I feel like the emotions get lost in translation at times. As for getting back in a mood, sometimes it just helps me to walk around a bit and scroll through Instagram for ideas. Yeah, two really good themes I keep seeing about what you guys do is, if you're not in a mood to draw, you go for a walk or something like that. You do something a bit more physical, something that's got nothing to do with drawing, and you get outside for a little bit. Never hurts. And also use music, Instagram or Pinterest to get kind of loads of inspirational pictures to get you back in the mood. And I'm very much the same. Georgie Butchakudi, this guy again. Go sketch. Okay, good. I'm glad you're back in the juices for the drawing and stuff. And Tim, know your goddamn business, says, sub or dub, I don't care which. Trying to finish drawing a Kano from High School D times D. Oh, okay. Wait, this is something I don't know. Is High School D times D High School of the Dead? Is that like HTOS? Wait, High School HSOTD? Or is this something completely different? I'm out of touch. I need to double check. Well, Google search will answer that question in a minute. Who is your anime wife? I was saying if you ran out of time for a video, make a second one, reading the ones you missed. Ah, so Black Birdie would like a Kano to be his anime wife. Who would I like as an anime wife? Oh God, you know what? Just a real. I'll go real people. To be fair though, I'm really not looking to get married anytime soon either. So swings and roundabouts. I guess Sakura's a wife now in Naruto. She's actually quite a good wife as far as I understand. And she has that weird, like, chakra ability on her forehead. So that she stays super young and trim, like, for extra years. So that's a bonus when you're going into retirement, because she'll be young and hot. Ark Sobadano says, do you know about the Filthy Frank TV YouTube channel? No, I don't. Is it any good? What is it? Can I open a new tab? Is this going to work? Next time I do one of these videos recording it, I'm going to do it when... Oh, lovely. I'm going to do it when my internet connection is definitely happening. Let's have a Filthy Frank. Oh, so the first thing I'm seeing is a guy putting a shotgun in his mouth. Hair cake, weeaboos, people he hates. and too damn filthy. Yeah, there's a lot of him wearing a pink leotard. I'll maybe watch that later. Okay, horses for courses. And my roster says, hey Mikey, I actually watch dub and subbed anime. But if anime has a dub, then that's what you watch. You should really consider to do Saber from Fate as one of the SAS. Great suggestion, actually. I do like Saber. And yeah, you mentioned I'm talking about ghost stories and that mixed up dub thing. Harrison Snellgrove says, hey Mikey, hey Harrison. Oh, I could hear like a really weird, sorry guys, I just stopped talking there because I could hear a really weird background noise. I think somewhere in the distance somebody is trimming their lawn, but I thought it was a really nearby noise of like the fan in my PC getting messed up. Oh, anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Go back to scrolling. Oh yeah, okay, so Harrison Snellgrove, that was it. I asked about and kept talking about starting my own YouTube to help with drawing. Awesome. After the discussion you had with us about how it helped you keep on track and push yourself to actually draw even more when you didn't feel like it. Yeah, to be fair, YouTube did force me to do a lot more drawing than I usually did. I think I'm ready to start. I'm going on vacation, but maybe next Draw with Mikey I'll have a video response. If I'm not great and you've basically taught me everything I know, it would be kind of cool to share what you've taught me. And oh my god, so much writing. And you've changed your... Oh, you're the person who used to be 6.5 out of 10 IGN. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, I know who you are. Awesome. So yeah, if you're getting into drawing, go for it. And if you start uploading on YouTube, link me in. It'd be a good thing to do. And that is absolutely true. Like, YouTube really does force me to draw regularly in a world where sometimes I'm not really in the mood. And I've found that to be a big help. I definitely don't draw enough, but I don't have enough time. So it swings and roundabouts. Connor, hi say, or Connie, he say, I never know. Mikey, you're awesome, but I feel bad for you because your to-do list must be longer than Santa's naughty and nice list. You, sir, are correct. I have a notepad file that I open every time I try to go through people's comments and catch up. And I copy and paste all the SAS suggestions and tutorial suggestions and like cool things. And it's fucking massive. The list is incredible. The list never stops. Divesh Reddy says, Mikey, can you please do a quick and easy how to draw Ellie from The Last of Us? Yeah, I could get onto that. Give me time. And Mark Paulo Santos, because I'm doing Hunter x Hunter at the moment, but we'll get around there. Mark Paulo Santos says, the thing I like about drawing is because it's like tsundere. The process of drawing is the tsun part, and the finished product is the dere. Yeah, so I get what you're saying. Like, breaking into drawing is unforgiving and mean and difficult and dissatisfying. And as you're getting to the end, you're just like, oh, I've really done well here, actually. This is actually turning out to be caring and a good relationship and actually worth the time. But sometimes you're too lazy, and that's your current problem. Yeah, it happens to all of us. Nerve Gear says, hi Mikey, hi Nerve. I love watching your videos because I think you're a great artist and enjoy your SAS. Thank you very much. Pleased to hear that. I'm having trouble with having my characters look like they're moving, so could you do a video on lines of action? Yes, I definitely can do, given good time. Charles Sketch says, hey Mikey, what software do you use to record what's on your computer screen for the digital work you do? Well, I use OBS, Open Broadcast Software, I think it is. It's completely free, and it's easily the best one I've used. I used to use like a trial version of screen capture, and that was a hit and miss. Like, I had a really old version that did high quality captures, and then I got the newer trial version, which was lower quality to force you to buy the full product. And then I just thought, fuck you, and did OBS correctly. And there's a channel on here, I don't know if you know him, Chips Flickan. It's like a gamer on here. And I just copied his setup for OBS. He's got a really good video tutorial on it. So just do what he says, basically, and then you'll be recording to your heart's content. It's really good. Dark Wolf 398XX says, I've got a question. How did you start drawing? Did you take classes, or did you just teach yourself? For that, I'm going to have to say, check out my frequently asked questions video, because we go into it on there. That's a long question. But for the most part, I drew a lot as a kid. My mum was very artistic, and I did take art at school indeed, no matter how long ago that was by now. And Howard Henry Taft says, I believe my favourite anime game weapons are from the Red Queen and Rebellion from Devil May Cry 4. Love the game. Have you ever played it? Never. Never played it. I'm vaguely aware that Devil May Cry, the guy from it, is it Dante? He's got silver hair. And then didn't they like relaunch it where he had like short black hair and was just like some standard jock and everybody hates it now or something like that? I can't remember. And Easy Men says, make love to me, Mikey. Lube up easy, it's going to happen. Heathcliff1 says, yo Mikey, lovely work. Thank you very much. I was an avid artist a while ago, but because of an unfortunate incident I stopped. I stopped for about 3 years, but since he aired for a Scarlet vid, or Urza I should call her, I've been trying to get back into it. Good for you. Any advice plus a link? Let's click on the link and see if I can see. Oh, wow. There's like an evil assassin-y spider lady character. Any advice? Can you do an SAS of Silk? Cindy Moon. Oh, that's who she is. I have never heard of that character before in my life, but she looks fucking awesome. Daniel Fatch says, if I want to get back into the mood to draw, I hang upside down on my bed reading manga whilst chewing gum on the side of my mouth and a cookie on the other side. No, you can't mix the crumbly nature of a cookie with the soft tangibility of gum. Once one gets into the other, you'll never completely separate them. And you can't swallow one with the... No, you can't do that. No, Daniel Fatch. No. Bad. Eat the cookie, swallow the cookie, then chew the gum. Or vice versa. But don't swallow the gum, because apparently it stays in your stomach for 9 years or some bullshit. Devin Coulson says, it is therapeutic. Yesterday... Oh, dude, your dog died. Oh, I'm so sorry, Devin. That's fucking awful. Yeah, drawing is therapeutic. You're absolutely right. God, I had to put my cat down last summer, and man, that cut me up to shreds. Bat Matt says, Mikey, what's your favourite Eminem album? Mine is Relapse. It's tough. It's tough to call it on any one album. I might just have to roll into like a best of or something like that, but that's such a shitty answer. Although I can say the album before last like really got strong again. He certainly went through a lapse that wasn't amazingly great, and now he's busting out all this double time stuff. It's incredible. I mean, Relapse is good. In fact, you know, Relapse really is quite strong. Yeah, you know what? We might go with that for a while, but I'm going to have to listen to a lot more Eminem whilst doing weights to make my final decision. Arsian on Selen says, Mr. Mikey, this draws your dream art? I don't know what you're saying, but if you're referring to the Pinterest weird rosy armor artwork stuff from last time, then no, that's no dream of mine. That is an existing artist's work who is incredibly skilled. We'll get to their name in a moment, because I know somebody did mention it in the comments. We'll read our way down. Free Esso says, so cool, thank you. The Great Unknown says, just finished watching Parasite. It's an amazing anime. Is that Parasite for Maxim? Because I see a lot of you guys have commented to this and agree that it was really good. Now, if you're talking about Parasite the Maxim, where the guy gets like an alien in his hand, and then there's other aliens that come to town, that is really good. Like, it sort of messes around with the nature of having an agenda, or what is survival, or what is co-survival, and learning to adapt to what the world throws at you to continue living your life and experiencing change. It's a very odd thing, and then it deals with like loads of xenophobia and ulterior motives and hierarchy as well, if that's what you're talking about. Or if you're talking about a completely different anime just called Parasite, because I'm talking about Parasite the Maxim, then I'm wrong. And Devin Coulson also says, I like subs better. You could draw Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. Yes, I'll add it to the list. Infernal Man said, it'd be so cool if you could draw Misa Misa from Death Note. She is a bit of a classic character indeed. And Christupas Melasius says, one of the best dubs for anime was Black Lagoon. Ah, actually, yeah. You know what? I've only done that in Japanese, but I hear it does have a lot of Western characters. That might actually be a good dub as well. I might try watching that again, because I think they had 2 series. I kind of got into the first one, but never cracked the second. Is that the one where it's called like The Maid, and she's like an assassin with loads of guns? Yeah, that was fucking cool. Cheers. Cheers to you, sir. And Shadow Booby says, Ghost Stories was the dub that they had to make it interesting. It was indeed. Arthur the Artist. I wonder what you like doing. And I imagine an English dub for my characters. I never find a good voice. But in Japanese or even French, I find much better voices. Plus fort, plus mieux. Oui, très bien. Andrew S says, I try doing art and I have these awesome images in my head, but when I put it to paper, I fail. And it looks horrid. You've really got to crystallize that image. Get that image so perfect in your head, like you can imagine every line and exactly where every line is. Imagine it so hard that you see it on the paper, and then all you have to do is trace what you're seeing. Also, though, it might make you a schizophrenic and have hallucinations, so swings and roundabouts. Robert Nehan says, because of Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon Crystal, I watch any episode in Japanese about subs. Yeah, yeah, you do learn a lot of the common words very quickly these days for a lot of similar anime, that is true. And Demon Vivazarak says, I like to get back into the mood to draw by watching tutorials and reading manga. Gets me in the vibe for scribbling, struggling, and improving. Good on you. What anime do I find weird to watch? I mean, visually weird's always Neon Genesis Evangelion, the remakes. That's a fucking crapshoot of crazy colours and awesomeness. I'll tell you what I find really weird, and I love it to watch. It's not an anime, but it is on YouTube. It's called Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. They've just done their 6th episode over the course of like 4 years. And it is, I can't describe it, you just have to watch it. Don't hug me, I'm scared. That's my recommendation. Mikey's recommendation of the week. Little Bacchus says, not to overlay reading comments over drawing. Keep the comments raw. We watch your tutorials. How to watch for the Mikey. Oh, yeah. So, basically you're saying this version of doing it might not be the best, but we'll see how we go. Do let me know what you think. Hotaru Honorable, Persona is a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei series. Explaining SMT lore is difficult. It's weird and it involves subconsciousness and going through high school, and it's weird, and I should watch Monster Musume. Okay, I'm going to have a thorough read of your comment, obviously, in good time. Oh yeah, it was Alexander Fedosov, aka Hollow, that I was using for the last references. Thank you very much. And then Gwenevart says, when I'm not in the mood to draw, I continue writing the stories for the characters I'm drawing. Nice, get some backstory and further plotting. That is very, very good. And I didn't answer your question, of course. What is my favourite Hunter x Hunter character and why? It's got to be Hisoka. He's like, and it's not that I love Hisoka as a character. I love that they made Hisoka as a character. Because if you don't know Hunter x Hunter, without sort of spoiler alerts, he's like a bit of a clown magician type of guy. He has really cool nen abilities which match his personality. He's a borderline pedophile. He fancies young boys and he likes to murder people. But he's also an incredible fearless fighter who lives to like fight opponents, and he's hilarious as well. Like, he's a bad guy, but you can't help rooting for him. Like, you can't help being really glad. So I think him, simply because I don't think Hisoka has the coolest abilities. I don't think he looks the coolest. I don't think he's got the coolest backstory. Or he's not even involved in the coolest fights. But I think he's the most entertaining character, the most fun of them. There's and separately, when you talk about all those other things like powers or abilities or what they get up to, there's other characters that are even better. But what's your favourite Hunter x Hunter character? Let me know. No dislikes in the last video back when you typed that, Gensoko Raver. It was nice indeed. And Hamim Fufu says, Mikey Sensei, yes son. Have you ever thought of doing a video on fan art analysis? Like pull up a fan art of an anime and teach people how to draw it? Yeah, that's been a comment before, like about seeing other people's art and commenting on improvements and things like that. Now, I did do a video about how to gender swap an anime, which is the nearest thing I've done to a fan art tutorial so far, but that is a great idea for a future tutorial about developing it into your own style, if more than anything. Mr. Prickly says, why don't you duct tape the coat hanger into place so you don't have to balance it on your phone? That's obviously how I record when I'm doing the artwork. And the reason why I don't duct tape the coat hanger into place is simply because when I'm not drawing, I take it all down. I don't want like some ugly bit of coat hanger sticking out over my space because it's just, I can't deal with all those bits and stuff and ting. So I have to keep it temporary. But I really should build some kind of like tray or something with really high legs. Or like just get a stool that I can put on with a gap in the middle. I don't know. I need to make something more permanent eventually, but not yet. There's no rush. And God, loads of comments on how people record through their phones or how they hang their stuff. Good on you guys. Bro Ninja number 1 Tarsis says, Mikey, I'm trying to draw characters and environment etc. to my story manga, but I get lost in what to finish or what to start. What order should you do things in? Well, personally, get your story down firstly. If the environment's integral to the story, get the main bits in, and then after that you can develop your characters from it. You can develop the world that they live in. But I don't think there's any one perfect route. Do apologise. That's disgusting. I'm losing my voice completely. I don't think there's any one perfect route for all of that. And oh, you've got me a link to DeviantArt as well for one of your characters. Let's take a really quick look. Oh, that is some creepy fucking shit right there. Good on you, sir. Well done. The Anime Sage says, I don't know what to draw. When I don't know what to draw, I listen to music and think about fantasy stuff. Then I think about something cool and just draw it. Good on you. And you're entering the Lost Paws art contest. Good on you again. I'm totally not entering that. I really wanted to, but I just haven't got the time, so then I stopped worrying about it. Oh dear. Daniel Lee says, hey Mikey, hey Daniel, how about anyone from Overwatch? Yes, so between you writing that in the last episode, obviously I've done a tracer, and as you can tell from the visuals, I'm probably going to be doing a Black Widow as well, keeping it as risky as I can for YouTube. Ink Legion says, I know how that goes, I try to draw every day after work, but it is hard. It is, but you can do it. Pervy Sage. Yeah, Pervy Sage is going to become like my unofficial mascot. Angel Smith says, I adore your videos. They're funny and useful. Thanks. Thank you. Kidobido says, hey, I'm a new sub, welcome on board, and I've banged a bunch of your videos. Well, you're going to go to prison, mate. I don't know what to tell you. I've been trying to come up with an idea for manga, but trying to do a fanfic instead of creating a whole universe. Any tips? For fanfics, I have no idea. I've never really given it a try myself. Watch some other videos. I have no answers for that one, really. Fanfiction sounds like a great idea. When I do a gender swap character or a drawing, I do imagine like a slightly fanfiction background for them. So maybe have a look at the how to gender swap a character tutorial I did, and I kind of talk about that a little bit there. Ms. D's art says, usually when I'm not feeling good about drawing, I usually go and learn how long amazing artists would practice for and when they're my age. Oh yeah, so if you kind of lose the will, you kind of remember that people who are good have probably been exactly where you were and had to work really, really hard at it. So yeah, keep it up. KI Witness, Mikey, you're talking about ghost stories. Yes, I was. And Rahaha Animations does agree that that show was hilarious. Roman Miser says, I found out the hard way. Came home from the gym, took my trusty mechanical pencil, and fuck, I finished the drawing, but the style was like someone else had drawn it. Yeah, so I kind of get what you're getting at. And by the way, I'm getting really bad at reading your comments right now because I'm just getting more and more bunged up as I'm talking. But basically, yeah, if you do a load of exercise and then try to draw, it just does not happen correctly. So yeah, Hunter Hunter says, you nice draw, thank you. Brian Perry, hello. Otako at heart was 5th in that instance. And Mimi Zion says, fresh, cheers. Anna EGG Tube says, hi, my name is Anna. Hello, I like you drawing, thank you very much. You can answer me? Yes, I can. I live in Brazil. Hola, obrigado. I used to live in Brazil myself, and it was when I was a baby, so I can't speak any Portuguese, nor falo português. Revenge of a Couch Cushion says 3rd, Kayla Does Most Things was 2nd, and Joshu Punyama was 1st in the comments, which means we've done it. Oh my god. Now, this episode was extra long because we had like 2 episodes. I had to read through your comments in the compilation one, and then read through your comments in the episode before, which is fine. But the only way we've managed to keep that to under an hour is because I've done the audio completely separately to the drawing. So I'm going to try this out for a while, but do let me know what you think about it. If it's awful or if it's much better, I would actually love to hear your feedback. But get in the comments, you guys. Do you like anime or do you prefer manga, or do you start with one and go on to the other? That is our rough themed question. But of course, in this series, we can talk about anything. I really don't care. It's just a chill out. So thank you very much again for following along, for listening in. I hope you guys have had lovely lives doing whatever you're doing in the background, and I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm not well. Take care.